Like, that guy can call me anytime, and I'll take his call. He says, hey, I need this, I'll be there. Right?
Who? Osaka Shaka?
You?
Oh, me? That's true.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know.
We're both right?
Yeah, that's why you guys can speak the same language.
Welcome back, everybody, to an amazing episode of The Careful Boys, where we are blessed to have Paul Gomez in the seat today, y'all. What's up, dude?
What's cracking? What's crack-a-lackling?
Okay, so obviously everybody wants to know, how the hell did you meet the resident Bart?
Well, run in the same circles.
Yes! Wow.
So if you look at Bart, like, he shaves his hair a certain way because you kind of got him too, the low ear strength. You're like a little bit down, but he's down with the
Down with the downs.
right. Fair enough.
That's fair.
So how did I meet Bart? Through a friend named Jacob Ross, a fitness guy, and I'm the most fit guy ever. But no, I met Jacob through EFT, right? EFT or it was in Chicago. He was.
Oh, yeah, when he was running like private training.
He ran the whole stuff for
Like Major League Baseball,
Major League Baseball,
NFL football.
all the NFL stuff. And I don't watch sports at all. Like, I don't care. I watch MMA and I surf.
You don't even watch surfing?
Kind of. It's kind of jockey, so I don't really watch it. But I met Jacob, and then we worked on some stuff together because I own a supplement company called Progenics.
Have you heard of it? So during the CrossFit, like, shebang bang nuclear explosion, like at the highest, Progenics was like the flagship supplement company that sponsored it all. So when I met Jacob, he was Luol Deng's personal trainer at the time. And so he trained all kinds of high profile people, and he's like, oh, you're doing this thing with Barbell Brigade. I know someone that was super heavy in clothing, super heavy in supplements. Would you like to meet him? I'm like, oh yeah, of course. He was one of the co-founders of Hurley, and he also owned Progenics. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, please, I would love to, because I didn't know shit. I still don't know shit. And that's how he linked us up. And then Paul was super cool, and any other random question I ever asked him, he always answered for me.
Well, because I'm... No, literally. I'm not making this up. So I'm old, as you pointed out. But your age...
That was off camera.
But, well, you said I'm old, so let's just break it out. Asians don't age.
We don't raisin. You gotta say it's like a tagline.
Asian don't raisin.
Asians don't raisin?
Yeah.
They do eventually, though.
Yeah.
When they raisin, they
But when they do, it's like that old Apple thing that goes...
it just goes quick. Yeah.
Then we look like a prune.
We look like we're 35 until we're 50, and then between 50 to 60, we look like we're 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, I'm like highly dyslexic. So when I was a kid and you went to school, they didn't know what it was. So I had really bad dyslexia, so I stayed back in the 3rd grade, and then I was like the older kid. And then when I was a freshman in high school, I was going to be 16 as a freshman. And then I went to my first year of freshman year of high school, and all my friends who I went to junior high school, they're like going to the classes. And I go to this one class. There's like kids with helmets on and in wheelchairs, and I'm in there. I'm like, this isn't cool.
This isn't gonna get me laid.
No, dude, I was like, this is bad, right? So I was like, oh, and my friends who are in real school, going, dude, I want to go to your class. That thing's sick. You get to like go on these weird field trips and the whole thing. And I'm like, no, dude, it sucks. Like, I have like crazy like people attacking me. Helmets on. I'm like, whoa, like, and I want to punch him, but I can't. So then after my freshman year, I was just like, my friend was in film school and he moved to San Francisco, and I was like a hack pro surfer. When he moved to San Francisco.
But you're a science. What do you mean by hack pro surfer? 'Cause I've seen you in magazines and stuff.
I surfed, tried to make it as a pro surfing career, but I wasn't good enough.
Oh, I see.
So my friend went to college at film school in San Francisco, and he calls me up. He's like, bro, you got a fake ID, and the waves are insane up here. Ocean Beach.
I cared about.
Ocean Beach is one of the best beach breaks in the world, hands down. Like, I've been all over the world surfing. One of the best beach breaks in the world. So I go up there, go out. Nightclubs are crazy. Waves are good all day. That's when I went back to school.
Dang. Like, so you dropped out of high school freshman year.
Yeah.
Holy.
So like super.
Super.
Damn, someone got me beat.
Yeah. Oh,
Why? When'd you stop?
No, he's just super too. So
I only went to high school for a year, and I hung out until it was the time to sign myself out at 17. I think that was the legal. You could walk up, sign myself out, and then I left. And I got my GED though, so.
But I do like the facial hair, kind of Asian Joe Dirt.
Thank you.
Like I try to do that too.
Oh,
Makes me. What kind of hides the chub in your face?
Oh yeah. I have a round oval face. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to make it longer.
How did you get to like can't read to all the crazy? He's done some crazy shit to like all the like record label stuff, all the other stuff.
Here's how you do it, and this is what I tell everybody, and this is what I kind of told you when I first met you. So I loved music, and then so as you go through things in music, I would go see bands play, and I was 16, and I did illegal things to have money. So I had a car, I had a driver's license, and I had ways to make money. So
let's not brush over those. What were the illegal things you were doing to make money?
Well, here's what I tell every person in any business situation. And when I consult for big companies, you know what the first thing I say to every company I go, I'm a high school dropout with dyslexia. You're hiring a borderline retarded person. But I go, I've seen everything you could ever imagine. So the first business thing I make everyone watch is I make them watch American Gangster.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
That's
So
a business
good.
movie.
That's the best business movie.
That is a business movie.
That is the best business movie you're ever.
You give homework to people who are hiring you.
Well, because you have to look at it. So
Tight move.
Were you like throwing turkeys off the truck?
no, but I was doing other things. So that being said, if you look at that's a true story. And what do we all try to do? We're always trying to give somebody the best product. We're trying to get it for the cheapest possible way. And what kills every brand? The commissioners. Everybody's got their hand in it. So he figured out how to take what Bumpy was doing, go to the people, test it, cut out the middleman, fly to the jungles, make a deal, get everything there, and what caused his downfall?
His family.
Being flossy.
Yeah. The mink coat.
The mink coat.
that his wife gave him.
And he was never that guy. Remember his cousin rolled up and he's like, or his brother, and he's like, don't dress like that. You're drawing attention to yourself.
And he smashed his head in the window.
Yeah, he's like, well, that was after he got caught.
Spoiler alert! I haven't watched
It's
it in a long
good,
time.
bro.
Movie's just coming out next year, I think.
He was under the radar for a long time. He was clean, like yeah. And then they also at the time didn't think that a black dude could do something like that.
Yeah, so that to me is the ultimate business movie. Because you learn, and this is like what I try to tell people, like, so I have friends who have properties in Mexico. And if you VRBO a house in Mexico, you have to pay the cartel.
Oh shit!
Because
Really?
any business is happening in Mexico, you have to pay the cartel. And they're actually just businessmen. So when I opened up my business in Japan, I was trying to go through the proper channels. And
lands at the Yakuza.
I'll get to that. So I was going through all the proper channels. So have any of you been to Japan?
Yeah.
So there's like Harajuku, Shinjuku, Shibuya, the whole trip.
That's all mob area.
So, but you're trying to get an office there. So like beams, everything, all the cool stuff.
Because all the streetwear and stuff.
Bathing Ape, everything. So I was going through the proper channels, and I was just running into problems. I couldn't get a store. So I called my friend up, and he's like, dude, I'm struggling. He's like, where do you want your store? I go, Beams is here. There's like an empty building, like 4 doors up from Beams. He's like, all right, let me make some phone calls. Calls him back up, and he's like, you got the keys. Go get your store. I'm like, all right. And he goes, what do we got to do now? He goes, you're going to come to Osaka. So the Yakuza's from Osaka. That's where they were founded. So I always say, Osaka Shaka? Osaka heavy metal?
Yeah. Oh, cause no finger. Osaka Shaka is one finger.
Osaka Shaka.
Osaka Shaka.
More like a thumbs up.
Right? Osaka Shaka.
It's like a hitchhiker.
Yeah, Osaka Shaka.
Fucked up a lot. Doesn't have any finger.
Oh no.
So when you look at that, you have to look at every single person in business, and this is what I try to tell people in business, if I work with you or we work together, I hire you to, I always say I'm your boss when I hire you, I'm your boss when I warn you, then I'm just not your boss anymore.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating back to 2019.
Support the channel's growth and new ideas.
And tap into the closer community by joining our Discord.
Come chat with me inside, and then you can say funny things to me.
And get the opportunity to suggest new video ideas. Come join our Patreon. Thank you.
Link is in the description box below.
Right, so if somebody has to warn you, if it gets to the top guy's radar, you're bloated, right? So you learn that in any kind of business situation. So when somebody tells me they're busy, we all have dads, right?
Not really.
No, mine's dead.
We all have somebody who took care of us when we were kids, right?
Yeah.
Did any of your parents ever go to busy?
Like, I'm too busy for that.
Does anyone get paid for busy?
No.
They get paid for work.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells me I'm busy, you're pretty much out the door. Because what are you busy doing? What are you doing?
Scrolling on the phone.
Get work done. Right? Yeah. So I learned that when I was a kid from my dad. It's like the world wants to get by on 95%. Pick up their 5%. You'll always be ahead of them. And if your word's good, you'll always be good. But if your word's not good, and it gets out your word's not good, nobody's going to trust you. And it gets out like wow. Like that guy can call me anytime, and I'll take his call. He says, "Hey, I need this." I'll be there. Right?
Who? Osaka Shaka?
You.
Oh, me? That's true.
He doesn't even know.
We're both right.
Yeah, that's why you guys can speak the same language.
And we have this guy over here is the smartest guy ever.
He's our brains.
Mr. T starter pack. Hey, don't floss. All right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get caught.
Mine's on leather.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
You know why? Because that stuff will get your neck all grubby when you're surfing.
Oh, yeah. I definitely. You could tell I surf. You know.
He's busy dancing, so it's okay.
You got into music scene before apparel?
We're talking about
I,
surfing right now.
I got into the music scene and everything through the fact that I loved music and I didn't have a job. I did criminal things, and what do musicians like?
Criminals.
But I didn't want to do that. So what I would do is I would go to clubs and count bands merchant for them. So like if you're going to a nightclub or any venue, like small venue, the venue takes a cut of your merch.
Oh, yeah.
So they take a cut of everything. So I would go in there, I would show up early and go, "Oh, I love your band." I go, "Oh, cool, kid, whatever." And I'm like, "Hey, can I count? I'll count your merch." "Oh, really?" Count their merch, size it out. "Hey, I'll click the door for you." Because promoters will always rip you off. I've sold this many tickets, and it's like, click the door, 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 click the door. And then when you close out the show, you go, "Oh, we sold this many." It's like, I clicked the door. This is how many you sold. This is what you owe us.
That's tight.
So I became really good friends with bands. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Beastie Boys, all these guys back in the early, like, kind of mid-'80s. I was like in my teens, and then they just all became my friends. And then as that started happening, I got a job. I had the opportunity when I was 17, turning 18. The guy named Danny Kwok, he's another Asian guy, awesome. Used to be a hack pro surfer, really famous, but he got busted stealing clothes from Quicksilver. That was his first thing. He went in there and stole all these shorts. But they were all size 38.
Oh, shit.
That's funny.
So he stole all the wrong size shorts. And he was trying to give away sell these shorts, but they were all too big for everybody.
Could've went to Hawaii.
So he in turn knew who I was, and he was like, I met him because I was going to Hawaii because my uncle was in the military. I'd go over there and surf. He's like, you surf Newport all the time. He goes, "What are you doing here?" I go, "My uncle's in the military." He's like, "You're out surfing pipeline." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Maybe you should try and do this." So he gave me a shot to try to be a surfer for like a year and a half, and then he's like, I'll give you one more year to try and be a surfer, or I'm going to move the marketing position if you want to be the team manager.
For which company?
Quicksilver.
Oh, for Quicksilver.
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Just gave you a shot like that?
Just gave me a shot like that. He goes, "You got an outgoing personality," and that back in that time.
It's recognizing other.
Well, not only that, but in that time in the '80s, people were into the stuff, the energy powder.
Oh, starts with a C.
Yeah, energy powder.
Constant
energy powder.
Constant.
Constant energy drinks.
That's a good one. So they were and I had inroads to that because of where I grew up, and so I had all gangster family members and the whole trip. So then I did that, and he was like, "Hey, you want to run the surf team?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah!" So if I wouldn't have done that, I would not be sitting here. So I ran the surf team, but then when I ran the surf team.
When you run the surf team, are you on a like livable wage, or are these kind of like half internship type positions?
No, it's kind of in the beginning. It's not, but it's rad.
The lifestyle.
You get to go all over the world. You do everything you want, and you have a credit card, and you're taking the team riders out. So you're eating the craziest dinners you ever want to eat, and you're going wherever you want, and you're gone for weeks at a time. Like we're gonna go to Indonesia. Cool, go.
So
Here's a credit card. You're in charge of the team riders.
Dang, that's hella trouble.
You're gonna go to France. You're in charge of the team riders.
That must have been wild.
Yeah, a teenager.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Like think about that. You're going around.
I bet you got some stories
power.
in every continent.
I got crazy band stories. We could spend hours here talking about bands and stupid people and every kind of crazy story in the world, right? But that gave me my start at Quicksilver, and then when Quicksilver went public, was like I think it was 1988. They were the first company to go public.
First surf company.
First surf company to go public, and I was like, it just kind of felt weird to me. So I'm like, and I was really good friends with Bob Hurley.
Why did it feel weird? It didn't feel like success? Like, oh,
no, it felt like success, but it felt like Wall Street. And like, you got to realize, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. So I was like, and there was like questions, and like at this time, I'm more in the marketing position, and I'm being asked these questions by like Wall Street people and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, like I just felt like out of my depth. You know what I mean? So then Bob's like, Mike, a guy named Mike went over and became our sales manager, and I went over to Billabong with Bob, and I started in customer service. I wasn't even the team manager. I just took a different job. I'll work in customer service. So I started a whole different department. And like at that time, I had like super long hair, like just going out every night and whatever. And then I was doing customer service, and then I was a nightclub promoter. So I was promoting nightclubs, like anywhere from San Francisco, LA. So like back downtown LA, we used to do illegal stuff, but we go get
so much illegal.
We would go get big speakers. We'd take a credit card that wasn't ours, and we'd go get speakers and everything, and we'd go put them in a warehouse, and we'd turn it up as loud as we could, and just leave it going all night long, and just cruise by and see if the cops would show up. Boom, 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 just boom, 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 all night long. Like, this place isn't a bust. Take them back. We wouldn't steal them. Take them back, and then we go get them again, and we do the thing where I don't know if you guys are. This is like an old school thing where you hand out a flyer, give a person a flyer, and they would take them to one address, and then you get the address to work.
Yeah.
Well, rave stuff. Yeah.
So we do that, and then when you show up, it was like our clubs would start like at midnight and go to 6 a.m. because everyone's like, clubs are shutting down. It was just like, you come in this warehouse and the cops would never come. Because it was they'd be going to work. They thought they were going, but there wasn't, and we'd already,
Misdirection.
Yeah, total misdirection, and it was like we were in an abandoned warehouse, just banging music out. So we had like power tools, dirt box, and so my friend John Seidel, he used to own Dominic's over there, that restaurant. He used to have a club called Power Tools, and he's a record guy. He signed White Stripes.
Oh wow.
That's another story. But so we were doing nightclubs, and then I was doing up in San Francisco, and doing all these different kind of clubs. So I kind of got a name when I was like around between 19 and 21. I had a pretty good name in promoting bands and doing nightclubs. And then my friends would always laugh. It was like I could be up till 4 a.m. and be at work at 7.
So at this point, you had dropped out of high school. You're now the street or surf team lead for Quicksilver.
Yep.
You are also promoting bands and
Nightclubs.
doing nightclubs and stuff like that
Yep.
with a bunch of random legal stuff going on at the same time.
Yeah, but I almost went to jail when I was 18. When there was going to be a bust, and my friend was sitting at a table, and he heard the cop, and my name came up.
We're gonna get into that story on the part 2 of meeting Paul Gomez. Everybody, strap yourselves in.
Woo!